through the question. We take the question now, okay? Yeah, yes.
Yes. So the first question is from Gautam. He's asking why Taiwan is giving admission easily to those students also, even who are really not eligible for IIT also.
Okay, so let me answer this question, okay? So what happened is that in India, only, I think, 0.1% of the students um, can get the admission, maybe even less, 0.1% of the student can get into IIT. Yes, now have better world ranking than IIT. But if you cannot get into IIT, why you can get into Taiwan University? So the number, I mean, that is a number that the difference between the number. Taiwan, the whole population is only 23 million. Yeah. And they are, in India, they are 1.3 billion population. Yes. So the people who not able to get into IIT does not mean they are worse. It's just that they might, not good at taking the exam, or second, they might that day they did not perform. Now, so every year, if you can say that we have 2 million of Indian students newly graduate, from the college, yes. So if you cannot get into IIT, where they go? And those people that when they apply for Taiwan, first of all, you guys can speak English, right? And the second, first of all, you can speak English. And then Taiwan University, they want to be more internationalized. So they want to take more foreigner students. So they can have a little bit more lenient standard for the foreign students. That is the one of the reason. Yes.
Can I add one more thing?
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't mean, I'm the state rank university I'm from India. I'm from the southern part of India. Like I'm from Karnataka. I'm the state rank university holder. That doesn't mean like everyone who's going to IIT, I don't like IITs. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to be, I'm not getting admission in that. I didn't apply there because I like to explore the world. So
Yes.
that's the reason I come to the Taiwan. That doesn't mean,
Yeah.
like only the people who are not eligible, like that. It doesn't mean like that.
Yes. And one thing I want you guys to remember is, I'm thank you, Pawan, to your point.
Yeah.
Like all my students, so in Taiwan, the best university is National Taiwan University.
Yeah.
Actually, I would apply. You guys, if you want, you can, welcome to apply. Generally, I don't encourage my student, if you come to my consultation, I will not encourage people to apply there, because when everybody only thinking of the name, actually you lose something, right? You lose something. So that's why, you mean you cannot get in at IIT, that's why you are, not good enough. That is not true. Yes.
Yes, Huiling, I have something to say here.
Yes.
I think it's not regarding the ranking, it's regarding the provisioning, because the provisioning of the education resource is more in Taiwan. As I think the developments is more mature, just like US or UK or Europeans, you get more chance to get high education because the population and the resource. So I don't think the guys you are not eligible to study in IIT is not good enough. I think the most of the students quite talents, but you need to get the resource to be educated, to be trained as a good expert. Is an expert or very powerful guys in the world.
Yeah. So yeah. So one thing is that you guys need to remember, in India, there are so much of the population. So how are you going to screen out or categorize people? The study is the only method, and it's the cheapest method to select talent. But when the country, when the society developed, that there were more different parameter to evaluate people. or they would train people they had more resource to train the people to get their talents out, right? That is why when the culture or the society more developed, what your schools score have some impact, but that is not only, parameter. They are looking at you and whether you are in or out. And that's what Taiwan is looking at too. Yeah. So score is not the only, parameter to judge any talent. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to show one good example, just like a Jewish. The amount of population, their rates of Nobel Prize winner is the highest one. But it doesn't mean that the 10% of the people in Israel they can get higher education and their rank is bad. It doesn't mean that. It also doesn't mean that if only the people can study in IIT in India is good enough. So it's about the education system is or not.
Yeah. So if the education that, for example, that some people are good at reading and some people are good at doing the experiment, and if you don't, like in Taiwan, that as far as I know, that even for NSYSU, they have all this expensive equipment, which that if you want to do the biology, you want to do the bio 3D printer. I don't think many of the university in India you have, but in Taiwan, they have that. And even for the undergraduate student, you can go and then apply and you can really operate that machine. And then if you very interested, you can do more and more, right? But that kind of system is not everywhere that you can get it in India. That is one of the things. Yes. Okay, let's move to the next. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So the next question is from Anand. He's asking from the professor, like, what are the job opportunities in Taiwan for someone interested in penetration testing?
Penetration testing.
Yes.
Sir. Yes.
For the job of penetration testing, actually there are a lot of companies, but I cannot list the companies here. I know there are many companies because we suffer from some kinds of attacks, like hijacks of an ATM machine. That a hacker hacked into the system of ATM machine of one of our big bank, and that the cash it built is automatically output from the machine. So after that, the more and more job regarding penetration test for banking system more than before, because also TSMC also suffer from some kind of attacks, that their machine being hijacked by malware. So that's such kind of job positions are more than before. Then salaries are even higher than before. So we believe we lack of the people, but we don't lack a position.
Yes, I think this one thing is they are more. This one of the thing I want you to remember. The more machine or more device connect with each other, that this cyber security or this penetration testing actually would be more important. All of the company or all the device, they are connecting with each other. For example, that the banking, whatever is the process involving in the computing, every company, they need the penetrating testing engineers. Yes. Okay. So next.
Yes. So the next question is from Pravash. The similar question, like, what are the job opportunities in Taiwan after completing master's degree from Taiwan University?
This question, it's not, it depends on when you graduate, whether you have something in your brain or something you really got, whatever the professor is teaching you. You only go there and if you just pass all the basic requirement, but you did not make, you need to make the knowledge and it be part of you. If with that, there's no, and for you guys information, for the next 10 to 20 years, Taiwan economies would be very good, number one. So they need a lot of talent. Number two, the birth rate of Taiwan actually keep decreasing. In the past 10 years, I think keep decreasing. 10 years later, the amount of the newborn baby have half, 20 years back, yeah? So that means that more job opportunity there and less people. So that you would not have any difficulty to find job in Taiwan, especially Taiwan. Actually, you can ask Pawan and then Piyush, do you find any discrimination in Taiwan when you are studying in Taiwan?
No, ma'am, not
No.
at all.
Yeah.
Actually, the people are very kind and
yes.
so like,
yes.
yeah,
And,
so I don't find any kind of difficulties.
yes. And actually, in fact, if you tell them that you are from India, they think you are smarter than Taiwanese. Actually, that is the truth. So my husband's Indian, right? So they normally people, if I say, oh, my husband's Indian, they say, oh, they are so smart. Yeah. So instead of they think you are down, actually in Taiwan, you are up. Yes, that's the things. Yes. Next.
Yeah, thank you. So I think we have covered all the questions.
Yes.
Yes.
That's it. Okay. So I think if you guys, one thing is that NSYSU is a really good university. And again, EduCare Taiwan don't receive any single penny from any university. I'm just promoting the university because I think it's good. Okay. And you feel free to, to look at their website, look at their international office, and you feel free to contact them, and then you will get, you will get reply. Make sure, and even when you write to the professor, don't just write your name and I want you to get into your lab. No one will reply back to that. Yeah, write your name and that what so far, what have you done, why you're interested in the professor's lab. Then you might able to get the reply from the professor. Yes. Yeah. So our professor and the Piyush and Pawan, just in case that you can put your email on the chat box, and if anyone who want to answer, want to have some question, and I hope that you guys can answer. Professors are very busy. They might, he might not answer your question. And professors is in cybersecurity. I think his email box might screen out some of the suspicious email. So just in case that if you don't get the reply from the professor, then just make sure that you can contact their international office. And then from there, whatever question you have, their international office, they will receive your email and reply back to you. Yes. Nothing comes for free. If you don't want to pay, we are like EduCare Taiwan is very good consultation. Consultants. So we really give the unbiased consultation. If you can not pay, it's okay. Try hard and do by yourself. There's no problem with that. And I can tell you that Taiwan is a place for you. You can study almost for free. Not free, but very less amount of money, right? I believe that most of the people, even at the most 5 lakh rupee, you can complete your master degree. Yes, at the most. If you get the, if the first semester you don't get the tuition waiver, the second semester you can apply based on your good score in the first semester. So if now you don't have the good score in the first semester, just make sure you studied very hard in the first semester. The second semester you will get it. Most of the Taiwan university are kind, but don't abuse the university kindness. Otherwise, you're going to do more harm for other Indian students. Because now a lot of university, they don't like, some of the Indian students really bother the professor too much. So some of the professors don't like to take Indian students now. So I just, my sincere, request is when you go to Taiwan, do your best and think that you are part of Indian. You are part of India, and then do good things. So make sure that don't let other people to say because we don't want to take more Indians. Yeah. Okay, one more questions.
Yes, there is a question from Hiran Ghosh. He's asking like, can he get another disciplines in data science along with all like AI, IoT, and data mining in that university, in the same university the professor is from?
Professor Shi, can you answer this question?
Sure. We also have the professors doing this those fields for sure. I think all kinds of fields in computer science you can find in National Shinhan University.
So it means that you can. The answer is yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but make sure that, I mean, when you say you want to study in the different discipline, make sure that you have the capacity to do your core one first well. And then once you do this well, then you are able to do something else. If this one is so shabby and you only do something else, it's both shabby and actually you gain nothing. At least you have some core, I mean, competence first. Yes? Next.
We have done.
I will let Professor Shi and then Piyush and then Pawan. Thank you very much.